Welcome to Living in Grace, and again, hopefully you're enjoying these little power devotionals. We'll remind you the website's up, livingingrace.us. You can see it there on your Talk Fusion box, and you can see you can forward these devotionals, and we'll put them directly into our database. And I think we're up to talking to Tim Chambliss, who oversees this part of the ministry for us. And Tim said we're up to 1,100 subscribers are inside this database now. So it's pretty exciting to see. So praise the Lord on that. And so grateful for that. And we want to remind you it's Monday and Wednesday live radio program from 5 to 5:30 every Monday and Wednesday. If you're in Greater Sebring, it's 104.9 FM. Or also, if you're around the world, you can go to our website and click on it, and it'll give you a live link right to the radio station's website, and you can listen live every Monday and Wednesday, 5 to 5:30. And then when they play one of my sermons from 5 to 5:30 every Friday, it's on there. So you can listen to a couple of different things we're doing, and pretty soon we're going to have some live streaming of the radio show and also of the sermons that you're getting. If you have a live streaming on there, I think you'll be able to watch also, and that's coming in the future. So we're working on it. So go to our website and get used to it. It's pretty user friendly. Livingingrace.us, and our theme this week is run away from coveting. Coveting the strong desires, those cravings that we have for our selfish and sinful pleasures. And like I said yesterday, usually it begins in our thought life. It begins in my mind. I allow my mind, let it to linger there. And instead of just cutting it out and stopping it, I allow it to that thought process to stay in there and to linger, and I begin to covet, and I begin to crave it, I begin to want it, I begin to desire it, and that's what they're doing here in Numbers 11. Well, God becomes exceedingly angry. Well, then God allowed them to get what they wanted. Well, listen what happens in Numbers 11:31. Now a wind went from the Lord and drove quail in from the sea. It brought them down all around the camp, about 3 feet above the ground. That can mean this. They were hovering 3 feet above the ground, or it was so thick, it was 3 feet thick of quail. And it says here, in any direction in a 1 day's walk. So walk 1 day in any direction, and there was quail 3 feet thick around them. You want to talk about God giving what you want, and now they're just all over the place. Well, they're going around collecting them, and they're collecting bushels and bushels of quail. And then it says in verse 33, but while the meat was still between their teeth, and before it could be consumed, the anger of the Lord consumed them. The anger of the Lord, they were consumed. The anger of the Lord burned against the people, and He struck them with a severe plague. Therefore the place was called, now Hebrew, I mess up Hebrew words all the time, but the best I can do as a Greek boy, Kibroth Hatava. Kibroth Hatava. Because they buried the people who craved other food. It was the coveting that brought them to Kibroth Hatava. In English, that means this, the graves of craving. Beloved, it's the coveting that brings us to the graves of craving, or to the graves of coveting. Coveting will bring us to the grave. I'm going to teach on this now the next few days in the New Testament. I want you to see, though, the coveting made God exceedingly angry. The coveting allowed God to say, okay, I'm going to give you what you want, and I'm going to tell you what, you're not going to like it. And then when you get it, it's going to bring you to the graves of craving. I want you to come back to the rest of the week. You need to come back, because I'm going to teach you from the Bible on how we can avoid and run away from coveting. So remember again, you're listening to Living in Grace.